Oh, am I on live? Am I live? I think I am live. 25 seconds into live. Hi everyone. Can you guys hear me? Ooh. 잠깐만요. Is it really on? Yeah, it is. It is. 안녕하세요, 여러분. 반가워요. I started it a bit earlier because I don't know, I just wanted to do some warm up to get back into the rhythm. Because it's been such a long time since I last streamed a class on YouTube, so I feel a little bit nervous. So I wanted to relieve that for the first few minutes, and so yeah, that's why I'm starting it a bit early. But come in, guys. Say hi. Feel free to say hi in the comment. GC님 안녕하세요. 로젤리님 잘 들려요? 키스님도 안녕하세요. Welcome to the stream. I'll give you guys more time to come in. 락슈미님 안녕하세요. 미셸님 안녕하세요. Come in, guys. Come in. 타니카님 안녕하세요. I actually don't know what that crown emoji is on chat. Can somebody tell me what that is? 그거 뭐예요? Fan, it says top fans. But what is the standard? Like, is it a top commenter or something like that? 모르겠네. But I'll give you guys some time to come in. Overraptor님 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. You have number one? Yeah, 타니카님. 저도 모르겠어요. I don't know what that is. Top viewer maybe? I'm not sure. Top commenter or top participants in the chat maybe? The more comment and donate raises the value. Oh, I see. So it includes comment in the chat as well, right? I think. 다피님 안녕하세요. 빌리아나님 안녕하세요. 오웬님도 안녕하시고 대체님도 안녕하세요. I'm not sure how many of you guys will be joining today, but for today, let's just enjoy it, guys. Let's not put too much pressure on ourselves. At least that's what I'm, gonna do. I mean, I did prepare a lot for this class, but I just want to, I don't want to feel pressure to, do like an excellent class. It's just gonna be a fun class, fun interaction, and I think that would be good enough. So guys, I have brought 15 phrases from K-pop Demon Hunter's Korean dubbed version. So for some of them, we will compare with the actual English original audio. But we will focus on the Korean phrases themselves, and these are actually very commonly used among native speakers. So these are not just animation limited phrases. These are actual real life phrases that you will find very useful. So yeah, let's get into it, guys. And today I wanted to do the traditional way, just me writing on paper. 네. Rather than using the screen, because I feel like going, off, kind of mixing the humanness to the class. So that's why I wanted to go this way. But midway, if you feel like we can, go back to the computer screen, then you can always tell me. But let's stick it this way for now. Stick with this way for now. So the first phrase. Merdenly, let us take down notes. 맞아요. You guys can, actually, I forgot to upload this list on my website, which I will do after class. I'm sorry, guys. I meant to upload it before starting the class. But you guys, I didn't prepare like a separate class note for this one, but you guys can take out any random note. It could be your iPad as well, any random notebook, and you can, write on it. Okay, so the first phrase we will learn is 최애. 여러분, 최애. 일단은 let's first watch the clip, guys. Let's first watch the clip.
제 최애는
Do you
미라예요.
guys hear the sound? Can you, just for testing, were you guys able to hear the sound of the video? Yes? Okay. So let's go. The first one.
제 최애는 미라예요. 제 최애는 미라예요.
Okay. It's supposed to play 3 times.
제 최애는 미라예요. 제 최애는 미라예요. 제 최애는 미라예요.
This fan says 제 최애는 미라예요 라고 했어요. 제 최애는 미라예요. So literally, so to break the sentence down, my 최애 is 미라. So 미라 is the name of the character, right? 잠깐만요. Sorry guys, give me a moment. Top messages, all messages. Okay, I guess this should work, the chat. All right, so back to the lesson, guys. Back to the lesson. My 최애 is 에요 from 이다, right? To be verb. My 최애 is 미라. And 최애 actually comes from the Chinese character, guys. This one for 최, which means the best or most or biggest. And 에 is a Sino-Korean word that means love. So literally, it means the biggest love, the most love, and this means your favorite. So even if this is based on a Sino-Korean word, this term is actually, formed recently among K-pop fans. So it's been a really popular K-pop fandom term among K-pop fans, but now it's kind of more widespread. It can also be used for your favorite, not just your favorite idol, but also your favorite person, favorite fruit, favorite anything. So for example, if you want to say 제 최애 과일, this would mean your favorite fruit. 제 최애 과일은 my personal favorite is mango, so I can say 망고예요. Or if you want to say my favorite teacher, 제 최애 선생님은, it could be anybody, but I'll take me as an example. Vicky 선생님이에요. So my favorite teacher is Teacher Vicky. So you can use it like this. You can use 최애 for any favorite that you're referring to. 최애. So here in this clip, the fan is saying, my favorite is Mira. And in the original audio, it's probably Mira is my favorite. Mira is my favorite, and it's translated this way in the Korean dubbed version. 최애. They use the word 최애. Let's listen to it one more time before moving on to the next phrase. So,
제 최애는 미라예요. 제 최애는 미라예요. 제 최애는 미라예요.
제 최애는 미라예요. 여러분, I want to ask you guys, 여러분의 최애는 누구예요? 여러분의 최애는 누구예요? 여러분, you guys's 여러분의 최애, favorite in K-pop Demon Hunters. 최애는 in K-pop Demon Hunters 누구예요? Who is it? Literally is whom. So 여러분의 최애는 누구예요? 캐대헌에서 K-pop Demon Hunters에서 in K-pop Demon Hunters, who's your favorite, 여러분? My personal favorite was Zoe, so I can say 제 최애는 조이예요. Are you guys following, or am I not seeing the comments, or are you guys not commenting? But it's okay. You don't have to answer it right away. All right, so moving on to the next one. 타니카님 아직 안 봤어요. 대체님 조이 좋아하시는구나. 키스님 최애도 조이예요. 맞아요. 조이가 너무 귀여워요. She's so cute. 그래서 that's why 제 최애예요. 제 최애. Alright, 그다음에 let's move on to the next one. 진짜요? 오해님도 안 봤어요? I feel like there are more of you guys who haven't watched K-pop Demon Hunters than I expected, because I thought like pretty much everybody who's interested in learning Korean watched it, because it's, you know how everybody's talking about it on social media and on the press. So I thought everybody must have watched it, but I guess that's not the case, right? Right? Oh, but I highly recommend that you watch it. And if you're studying Korean, you can feel free to check out the Korean dub version. But of course, the best watch would be from watching it in English, because original is actually the better. Just like when you're watching, for example, like Squid Game, it kind of the show becomes kind of less attractive when you watch it in English dub. Like you have to watch it in Korean Korean original audio with the English subtitle. That would be the best watch. But still, just for learning purpose, you can feel free to check out the Korean dub version. 그리고 Murden님 says, Rumi is my favorite, but Mira is a close second. Oh, 그다음에 오비님, I'll just call you 오비. 오비님, 제 최애는 룸이에요. 키스님, 어머니랑 또 봤어요. You watched it with your mother again. 좋아요. 신기원님, 바비 좋아요. 바비, 맞아요. 저도 바비 좋아요. I like Bobby too. Bobby is he's such a good man. 빌리아나님 봤는데 별로 마음에 안 들었어요? 그래요? 그렇구나. 좋아요. 그 다음에 두 번째. Let's move on to the second phrase. 장난 아니야. But regardless of whether you like the movie or not, these phrases themselves are very useful. So I hope you could, stay till the end. Moving on to the second phrase. 장난 아니야. 장난 아니야. I'll play it again. I'll play the video.
지금 새 싱글 반응 장난 아니야. 지금 새 싱글 반응 장난 아니야. 지금 새 싱글 반응 장난 아니야.
So Bobby tells the girls, 새 싱글, 반응 장난 아니야. 새 싱글 반응 장난 아니야. So new, so single, their single track, right? The new single. 반응 means response or reaction. Response, reaction. And he says, 장난 아니야. 장난 아니야. 여러분, to break this phrase down, 장난 아니야. 장난 아니야. Let's break it down, guys. So 장난 means prank or joke. And 아니야 is the 반말 present tense form of 아니다. Right? 아니야 is the present tense conjugated form of 아니다, which means to be not. It's not something. So when you say 장난 아니야, you're saying it's not a joke. So you can literally use it to mean it's not a joke, as in you say something and you want to say, I'm not joking. 장난 아니야. I'm being serious. 나 진지해. You can use it literally, but 장난 아니야 is more often used to emphasize how extreme something is. So that could be either positive or negative. So I'll give you an example, guys. So here in the example of Bobby, let's watch it again.
제 최애는 미라예요.
지금 새 싱글 반응 장난 아니야. 지금 새 싱글 반응 장.
Which means he is emphasizing how extreme something positive is and how extreme the reaction of the fans is to their single, right? So in this context, it's used to mean good, something good. And another positive example would include something like, 너 한국어 진짜 잘해. Your Korean is really good. It's really good. 한국어 진짜 잘해. It's extremely good. You can also add 장난 아니야. 장난 아니야. So this is for emphasizing something positive, right? 장난 아니야. 장난 아니야. But for something negative, it could be used in context like it's so freaking hot. It's so extremely hot. 너무 더워. 너무 더워. It's so hot. 아, 장난 아니야. 장난 아니야. It's extremely hot. So I think the closest English phrase would be it's insane. So in the original audio of K-pop Demon Hunters, this one goes, what was it? The reaction is on fire. The original audio is on fire. But I feel like 장난 아니야 itself, to compare it with English, I think it would be the most relatable with it's insane. Because when you say something's insane, it could be used in both positive and negative extreme situations, right? So, it's insane. 장난 아니야. 장난 아니야. So this is used very commonly as well. And moving on to 여러분. Number 3, I changed the order last minute. So the third phrase would be 끝내주다. 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 And this is also an expression where you express how good something is, how positive something is. So it's kind of translated as something's awesome, incredible, and it's only used for something positive, like the quality or experience something is so good. You say 끝내주다. Before we listen to the audio, guys, let's kind of just break down 끝내주다. So it's not used as its literal meaning, but it could be kind of related. So 끝내준다 is actually from this verb, 끝내주다, plus the 다 ending, which is called a written ending, but it's also a sentence ending for your immediate reaction, right? I have covered in more detail about 는다 or any other sentence endings in Korean in a separate live class, which I will link in the description box after class. But 끝내주다, 여러분. 끝내주다. Again, if we break this down again, it's a combination of 끝내다, to end something, to finish something, with the auxiliary verb 주다. So it literally means you finish it for someone. So you finish, something finishes for me. So it's kind of like it's the end. It's so good that it's the end. Like mic drop, kind of like that. It's the end that I don't have to search for more. It kind of has that nuance. So it's kind of related to its literal meaning. So that's why I thought it would be worth it to kind of break it down. But you can just remember 끝내준다 itself as a compliment to the quality of something, how awesome, incredible, how good something is. So let's play the audio for the third one. Oh, there you go. So they're taking a bath in the bathhouse.
이거 끝내준다. 이거 끝내준다.
Oh, let's listen to it again.
이거 끝내준다. 이거 끝내준다. 이거 끝내준다.
Oh, so look at Rumi's face, guys. It matches this phrase, 끝내주다. It's so good. You know, it's so good. I think in the original audio, 잠깐만요, let me check my note. In the original audio, it was probably, this feels amazing. So in the original audio, Rumi says, this feels amazing. And it's translated as, 끝내준다. 이거 끝내준다 in Korean. In Korean. All right. So, 끝내주다. 끝내주다. You could say, the food is so good. This pizza, 이 피자, 끝내줘요. 끝내줘요. It's so good. 이 피자 끝내줘요. Or it could also be used for complimenting one's Korean skill. So you could say 한국어 끝내줘요. Oh, it's so good. 한국어 끝내줘요. 진짜 잘해요. 이런 식으로 쓸 수 있어요. So you're kind of complimenting the quality of something. 끝내줘. 끝내줘. All right. 다음에 let's move on to number 4. 오비님, in modern English slang, it's 맞아요. This is sending me. I love that. I love that. This is sending me. 맞아요. I love the comparison with English. 맞아요. You can think of 끝내준다 as something like this is sending me. It's so good. 끝내준다. 그다음에 let's move on to the fourth phrase. Fourth phrase, which is Oh, actually, 여러분, this list, I got it all mixed up because I changed the order last minute. But the next, so don't worry about the order listed here. I'll make sure to upload the revised order when I upload it after class. But the next adverb we will learn is 진작. 진작, or you could also say 진작에. Both are fine. 진작에. So this is actually used in the
제 최애는
context
미라예요.
of responding to Rumi's 끝내준다. So Rumi says
끝내준다. 이거 끝내준다.
Amazing.
진작 우리 말을 들었어야지. 진작 우리 말을 들었어야지. 진작 우리 말을 들었어야지.
And in response to that, right after that, Mira says,
진작 우리 말을 들었어야지. 진작 우리 말을 들었어야지.
Mira says, 진작 우리 말 들었어야지. 진작. So 진작 means, 잠깐만요. So there's 진작 and 일찍, which mean two different things. So 일찍 means early, just the neutral word early. You're describing the truth of earliness. 일찍 does that. Whereas 진작 is kind of more subjective. It means earlier, before. 잠깐만요. Let me check my note, guys. I actually have the note in case I get confused during explanation. So where is my note on 진작? 진작. A long time ago. Sorry. Is the camera okay? Okay, I think it's okay. A long time ago, kind of like that, and it has a nuance of like you should have done it sooner. You should have done it sooner, or you're kind of expressing regret that something wasn't done earlier. So it has a more feeling compared to 일찍, where 일찍 describes like the objective earliness. 진작 is like expressing feeling of, regret for you or for someone else that something wasn't done earlier and that you were missing out on something. So this sentence means 진작에 earlier, way before, 우리 말, our words. So here 우리 refers to Zoe and Mira. Zoe and Mira has been persuading Rumi to go to the bathhouse with them forever, but Rumi never really listened because she has some secrets to hide, which I won't get into details because it could be a spoiler. But anyways, 우리 말, our words, 듣다. Listen, and this 썼어야지, guys. 써야지 means should have in a reprimanding tone. So it's like saying you should have done that. So Mira is basically saying you should have listened to our words earlier. You missed out on something as good as this, Rumi. So she's basically saying that 진작에 우리 말을 들었어야지. And the original English audio of K-pop Demon Hunter is probably, 잠깐만요. I wrote it down here. In the original English audio, she says, we've been saying that for a year. We've been saying that for years. And this is more like this is not a direct translation of that, but more like an indirect one, which I think they did a pretty good job on it because this sounds natural and it has 진작, which is commonly used by native speakers. So, 진작, 여러분, 진작. And for other example sentences, I should have bought it earlier. It's so good. I missed out on it by not buying it earlier. You can say, 진작 살걸. This 을걸 is also an ending that expresses regret. So 진작 살걸 means I should have bought it earlier. 그런 뜻이에요. I've been missing out. Or you could also say, you should have told me earlier. I could have helped you if you did. You can say something like, 진작 나한테 말했어야지. Using 썼어야지 because it's in a reprimanding tone. 말했어야지. You should have told me earlier. 진작 나한테 말했어야지. 이런 식으로 You can say it like this. You can use 진작 like this. 진작. 진작. So let's listen to it one more time and move on to the fifth phrase.
제
So, 진작 우리말 들었어야지.
진작 우리 말을 들었어야지. 진작 우리 말을 들었어야지. 진작 우리 말을 들었어야지.
So you should have listened to us earlier, right? And then let's move on to the fifth one.
제법이네, 제법이네, 제법이네.
So this is a scene. I'm not sure if you guys remember, but this is a pretty impressive scene between Rumi and Chinu. So Rumi and Chinu are basically fighting. They're fighting, and Chinu tells her, 제법이네, 제법이네. In the English audio, in the original English audio, Chinu says, this is the part where Chinu says, you're strong. You're strong. So 제법이네 is not the literal translation of you're strong. If you want to literally translate you're strong, you can say 힘이 세네, 힘이 세네. Basically, your strength is strong, so it means you're strong. But rather than translating it directly, they use a more colloquial expression, 제법이네, 제법이네. 나는 제법, 여러분, 제법 is most commonly used as an adverb, adverb that means quite or fairly, and it doesn't just mean quite fairly. It also adds the nuance of like something better than expected. So I'll give you guys an example sentences, guys. So this whole time you thought this person, this friend that you have, is bad at chess, for example. But then you once played her or him and then realized she's actually better than I thought. Then you can say, 오, you, chess, 제법, 잘하네. 체스 제법 잘하네. Literally, you're fairly good at chess. And what the nuance that 제법 adds is it's better than expected. It's way better than I expected. 제법 잘하네. So by saying 제법이네, you could also use 제법 as a noun and use it with 이다 and then 네 ending. 네 is an immediate reaction ending, right? So you're reacting to, Chinu is reacting to Rumi's strength. 제법이네. And here in this context, it means you're stronger than I thought. 제법이네. You're stronger than I thought. I did not expect you to be this strong. 제법이에요. 제법이네. So let's listen to it.
제 체에는 미라
제법이다. 제법. 진우 looks so handsome in the scene, right? 너무 잘생겼어요. Sorry guys, I'm interrupting. Let me play one more time. 제법이네. 아무튼 그렇고요. So that's what 제법 means. 제법이네. 타니카님 잘생겼다, 그쵸? 진우가 I especially love the scene where he says 제법이네, because he looks so handsome here. 네. 그 다음에 let's move on to the sixth one. 제 스타일.
제 체에는 미라예요.
You guys can guess what it means because it literally has the Konglish word 스타일, but this is used in this scene.
얜 제 스타일 아니에요.
뭐라고?
얜 제 스타일 아니에요.
뭐라고?
얜 제 스타일 아니에요.
뭐라고?
So this is the scene where the old lady with a hat on was referring to Rumi as Chinu's girlfriend, but then they deny that they're each other's lovers, right? So Chinu says, 얜 제 스타일 아니에요 in this context. 옌. So 옌 is the abbreviated form, the shortened form of 예는. 예. So 예 is a 반말 form of kind of a pronoun for he or she. It could be either he or she. We don't have a gender-specific pronoun in Korean. So 예 can mean both he or she, and it's in 반말. So you can only refer to someone as 예 if that person is close to you or someone who's the same age with you. But in this movie, pretty much everyone is close to each other, so it kind of doesn't matter whether they use 반말 with each other or not. So yeah, they're using 반말 to each other. That also shows how intimate they have become. But anyways, 얘는 he's referring to Rumi. 제 스타일, style 아니에요. 잠깐만요, 여러분. I forgot to take down the video. Okay, so 아니에요. This is the same 아니다 from 장난 아니야, right? In the second phrase, Bobby said 장난 아니야, like something's insane, right? 아니야. And we learned that 아니다's present tense conjugation in 반말. 반말 is 아니야. 아니야. And 아니다's present tense conjugation in 존댓말, polite form, is 아니에요. 아니에요. So the meaning is the same. It's not. Or is not. Sorry. Is not. So he is literally saying she is not my type. She is not my style. 얘는 제 스타일. My style 아니에요. Is not. And so we can use this when referring to our personal taste in anything. It could be a person, it could be food, it could be clothing, whatever. So 얘는 제 스타일 아니에요. She's not my type. He's kind of disrespecting Rumi by saying she's not my style. But you can also say in context like 이 옷, this outfit, not my style. 제 스타일 아니에요. 제 스타일 아니에요. So we don't really say 제 type 아니에요, which is a more fitting phrase in English. This is not my type, right? But instead of saying type, we say style. Style. Konglish. 제 스타일 아니에요. She's not my style. Murden, Rumi was quite offended when Jinwoo said that. 맞아요. That goes to show how attracted Rumi was to Jinwoo, right? So that was a pretty adorable scene. So 제 스타일 아니에요. You can use it to express any personal taste, to express the something that's not your type, anything that's not your type, whether it be person, food, or anything. And the next one is more often used in like a formal setting. 진심으로 영광입니다. And let's check in which scene this phrase is used.
제 최애는 미라.
진심으로 영광입니다. 어딨어? There you go.
진심으로 영광입니다. 진심으로 영광입니다. 진심으로 영광입니다.
You can see that they're bowing down all together respectfully when they're saying this.
진심으로 영광입니다. 진심으로 영광입니다. 진심으로 영광입니다.
진심으로 영광입니다. So let's break this down into two parts. 진심으로 and 영광입니다. So in English, these two parts can be translated as truly 영광입니다. It's an honor. And 여러분, 진심 is a very commonly used word, 진심. This is also a Sino-Korean word that comes from the Chinese characters 진, which means real, and 심, which means heart. So it means your real feeling, your genuine feeling, or the truth, personal truth, 진심, 진심. So you can say something like 진심. If you want to check if what this person is saying is real, like this person says something mean to you and you want to check if that person actually means it, you can say, 진심이야? Is that your true feeling? Are you saying that for real? 진심이야? Or 진심이에요? It can also be used in positive context, like, hey, I want to gift you something for your birthday present, and you can say, 진심이에요? Is that for real? Like, I'm so touched. 진심이에요? So 진심 is very commonly used, and when you add the particle 으로 to 진심, it becomes an adverb that means truly or genuinely or sincerely. Sincerely. 진심으로, 진심으로. So if you want to sincerely thank someone, you can say 진심으로, sincerely, genuinely 감사합니다. Sincerely, thank you. 진심으로 감사합니다. Or if you want to say, another way to say that you mean something, you could say something like 진심으로 하는 말이에요. 진심으로 하는 말이에요. This would literally mean it's a talk, it's words that I say genuinely, with a genuine heart. 진심으로 하는 말이에요. I mean it. I mean it. For example, 저는 I don't know. 저는 I really hate pineapples, let's say. 파인애플 너무 싫어요. And I mean it. I'm not even joking. 진심으로 하는 말이에요. Or you want to say, hey, you need help. 너는 도움이 필요해. 진심으로 하는 말이야. I mean it. I really mean it. 이런 식으로 말할 수 있어요. 진심이에요? 맞아요. 키스님, if you want to use it in a literal way, you could also create sentences like 진심이에요? Is it your true feeling? Is it not a joke? 장난 아니에요? I like what you did there, 키스님, in your comment. So this would actually mean the literal thing, right? Is it your true heart? You're not joking? Like, let's say somebody tells you that they like you, and you're like, you just want to check if this guy's just messing around. You can say, 진심이에요? Are you for real? 장난 아니에요? Is it not a joke? And in this case, both phrases would mean the literal thing. 진심으로, 타니카님, it also means from the bottom of my heart. Yeah, 그렇죠. Genuinely means it's not fake, right? It really comes from the bottom of your heart. So yeah, you can translate it like that too. 진짜요? 네, 진짜요도 괜찮아요. You could also say 진짜요 for real as well. This would be the simplest way. But if it's about a feeling, if somebody expresses something about their feelings, I think 진심, like feelings or thoughts, I think using 진심 would be more fitting, but that doesn't make 진짜요 awkward or not fitting. You can use either one. 그렇게 쓸 수 있고요. 좋아요. So 진심으로 means that. 진심으로, genuinely. And 영광입니다. 여러분, 영광 means an honor, glory. Also, glory. Oh, sorry. I just dropped my pen. And I got a stain on my clothes. That's fine. I can always do the laundry. But honor or glory. And this 입니다 also comes from the 이다 verb, right? 이다, to be. And it can also be only be paired with a noun, right? Something is a noun. You're identifying the subject as a noun. So truly it is this whole meeting with Huntrix is an honor. That's what the 사자 boys mean in that scene. So 진심으로 영광입니다. Truly it's an honor. Truly it's an honor. Actually in the original scene, they explain the reason for why they say it's an honor. There you go. 헌트릭스와 한 무대에 서서 헌트릭스와 with Huntrix 한 무대 on one stage, to share a stage with Huntrix, 서서 진심으로 영광입니다. So that's why we feel, it's an honor. But 진심으로 영광입니다 itself means it's truly an honor. And there's also another scene where they say 영광입니다, which comes from Bobby, the manager, Bobby. And that's probably from the scene where Huntrix and 사자 boys are having a fan meeting, a joint fan meeting. And there Bobby says, upon seeing 사자 boys, Bobby says, 영광입니다. Like, it's an honor to meet you. So 영광입니다. 영광입니다. You will likely hear this in a very formal setting like that. And the next common phrase is 무리하지마. 무리하지마. To break it down, guys. 무리하다, the verb 무리하다 plus 치바. Actually, there has to be space between 치 and 마. 무리하지마. 여러분, verb 치 말다. This is a verb ending for expressing imperative form of don't. Like don't do that. Don't touch this. Don't look at me. That kind of don't. For that imperative, command, imperative command for someone to not do something, you can use 지 말다. And 지 말다 is conjugated like this. 지 말 if it follows the regular conjugation rule, right? You would add 아 because the stem has a vowel in it, so it would be 지 마라. But most commonly, 지 마라 is shortened to 지 마. 지 마. So that's why the final form becomes verb 지 마 for don't verb. Don't do that. Don't do that. So this is literally saying don't 무리하다. Don't 무리하다. And before we dive deeper into the word 무리하다, let's watch
제체에는 미라예요.
together where they say 무리하다. It actually comes from Zoe to Rumi.
미안해 얘들아.
아니야 무리하지마 아니야 무리하지마 아니야 무리하지마
So here in this scene, Rumi is coughing.
미안해 얘들아.
아니야 무리하지마 아니야 무리하지마 아니야
She
무리하지마
apologizes for coughing. And then Zoe, in response to that, says, 아니야, no. 무리하지마. Don't 무리하다. Don't 무리하다. And 무리하다가요, it means to over. I forgot to take down the video. To overdo. 잠깐만요. Let me check the note. To overdo. To overexert, to push oneself too hard, basically. To push oneself too hard. 무리하다. So she's saying, oh no, don't worry. You don't have to push yourself too hard. I forgot the original audio of this part. I'm actually quite curious now, but I will go check after the class. But basically, Rumi, Zoe is saying, don't worry about it. You don't have to go overboard, overdo it. So take your time. 뭐 이런 뜻이겠죠? 무리하지마. So 무리하지마 is also very often used when you want to, let's say, when you want to encourage someone to kind of calm down a bit or rest a bit. 무리하지마. 이렇게 쓸 수 있고. 키스님, 아마 I think that might be the correct 한자 for 무리. Literally, no logic. So if you go overboard, that's kind of senseless, right? So I think that's probably the right 한자. I haven't looked into like the exact origin of the Sino-Korean word, but that's probably it. But anyways, 무리하다 means to push oneself too hard. 제이님, 이 표현 한국어 능력 시험에 나왔어요? 진짜요? 토픽 시험에 나왔어요? 무리하다. 좋아요. 맞아, 이거 굉장히 very commonly used phrase예요. 그리고 오비님, take it easy. 그쵸? 무리하지마 can also mean take it easy. 그렇죠. take it easy. 좋아요. 그 다음에 next one, 신경쓰지마 is also very commonly used, and likewise, 지마 form is used, and there has to be space in between 지 and 마. So this means don't, right? Don't do this verb. And if you break down 신경 and 쓰다, actually guys, sorry, let's watch the video first for 신경쓰지마 to check beforehand which context is used. There you go.
아니야, 신경 쓰지 마.
미안해 얘들아.
아니야 무리하지마 아니야 무리하지마
Once again. 귀여워.
아니야, 신경 쓰지 마.
So basically, Rumi is telling the tiger,
아니야, 신경 쓰지 마.
Don't worry about the pot. I'll take care of it. Don't worry about it. So 여러분, 사실 신경 쓰다 has various meanings, but we will learn about the most common ones today. So 신경 쓰다가요. First one, it's to worry about, basically. To worry about, to be concerned about something. So if you want to tell someone, hey, don't worry about me, I'll be fine, 뭐 신경 쓰지 마, or someone apologizes to you for being late, for example, 늦어서 미안해, and you can also respond to that with 신경 쓰지 마, it's okay, don't worry about it, if it's really okay with you, of course. 신경 쓰지 마, don't worry about it, 신경 쓰지 마. And 신경 쓰다 is also used to mean to pay attention to. So if you look at the literal meaning of 신경 쓰다, 신경 actually means nerve, guys, nerve. And 쓰다 means to use. So 신경 쓰다 literally means to use your nerve. So I guess that could lead to emotions like worry. And also if you use your nerve, you're also paying attention to something. So I guess it all connects. But if 신경 쓰다 has this meaning, then it can be used in context like 요즘. These days, I try to be more... This can also mean to be mindful. So you want to say, these days I'm trying to be more mindful of my pronunciation in Korean. You can say 요즘 한국어 발음, Korean 발음, pronunciation, 발음, we use the particle 에 신경 쓰다. Pay attention to 한국어 발음에 신경 쓰고 있어요. Present progressive form, right? So literally, these days I'm literally using my nerves on Korean pronunciation. So you're trying to say you're being more mindful of your pronunciation. 신경 쓰다, 신경 쓰다. And if you want to say you pay attention to your clothing, or you pay attention to how you look, you can say 저는 옷, outfit, 옷에, to clothing, to outfit, 신경을 많이 써요. 많이 써요. I pay a lot of attention to clothing. And this can mean, for this one, this usually means something positive. Or it depends on the context, but it can be both for paying attention to negative and positive. But I just wanted to point this out because just to tell you that this is not limited to negative context. 그리고 잠깐만요. I haven't been checking your comments. 사자보이즈 좋은 후배예요. 그 다음에 I've seen this 신경 쓰다 so much in books and videos. It was so difficult for me to understand it at first. Now I get it. 그 다음에 좋아요. 신경 쓰다 되게 진짜 많이 써요. 한국 사람들이, Korean people, use this phrase a lot. 신경 쓰다. 타니카님, 저도 그래요? You mean for this one, right? I think you're agreeing with this one. This is actually good. Being mindful of your pronunciation, I think it's good. It's not like pronunciation is like the most important thing in a language, but it's good that you're trying to, sound more natural. That's really good. That's really good. Will it be wrong if 하지마 was written together? I mean, a lot of Koreans don't really follow the spacing rule, so it's fine. It's still fine. Like, notice how I didn't space it when I was writing it. I think it's kind of habitual, right? Just because you're a native speaker, it doesn't mean we always stick to like the most grammatically correct form. So don't worry about it, guys. Don't worry about it. But just to be clear, the correct form is that there's a space between 치 and 바. And 여러분, I am missing number 10 because the next one says 11. There it is. There it is. All right. So that's what 신경쓰지마 means. 신경쓰지마. Let's hear it one more time before we move on to number 10. So let's take a listen to 신경쓰지마. 여기 있다.
아니야. 신경 쓰지 마. 신경 쓰지 마. 신경 쓰지 마.
신경 쓰지 마. She is reassuring the tiger not to worry about it. I think this scene is so cute. This tiger is so cute. 키스님, 요즘 한국어 말하기에 신경 많이 쓰고 있어요. 맞아요. Perfect sentence. 좋아요. 그 다음에 let's move on to number 10. 왜 이렇게 유난이야? 왜 이렇게 유난이야? So let's watch it first.
신경쓰지마. 신경쓰지마. 왜 이렇게 유난이야? 왜 이렇게 유난이야? 왜 이렇게 유난이야?
So this is actually one of my favorite scenes from K-pop Demon Hunters where Zoe is creating popcorns with her eyes, and then it's edited out here, it's cropped out here, but next to Zoe, Mira is eating those popcorns, and it's so hilarious. But this is so funny. But here in this, what's happening here is Zoe and Mira are smitten with these handsome looking boys. And so in response to that, Rumi goes,
왜 이렇게 유난이야?
왜 이렇게 유난이야? But then she herself gets smitten with one of the boys. So that's quite hilarious. But let's break down this phrase. 왜 이렇게 유난이야? 왜 이렇게 유난이야? So this can also be divided into two parts. 왜 이렇게, and 유난이야, 여러분, so 왜 이렇게는 literally, so this 이렇게 comes from the adjective 이렇다. 잠깐만요, I want to use a thicker pen. 이렇다, which means to be like that. So 이렇게 means like that. This is an adverb that means like that. 예를 들어서, for example, 이렇게 해 would mean do it like this. Do it like this. 이렇게 해. But when 이렇게 is paired with why, 왜, 이렇게 often means so. So, like very. So 왜 이렇게 is often paired with, not always, but often paired with adjective. To mean why is something so adjective? For example, why are you so cute? Why are you so cute? You can say, oh, 왜 이렇게 귀여워? 왜 이렇게 귀여워? Or why is this cat so cute? 왜 이렇게 귀여워? 이 고양이 왜 이렇게 귀여워요? So here you're not, necessarily curious about the reason for something being so cute. It's more like a figure of speech, right? You're emphasizing how much adjective something is. 왜 이렇게 귀여워요? Or in some other context, you could actually be curious why something is so adjective. So, for example, why am I so tired? Like, I didn't do anything. Why am I so tired? In that context, you might be genuinely curious why you're so tired. So you can say, 왜 이렇게 피곤하지? Why am I so tired? 왜 이렇게 피곤하지? But either way, 왜 이렇게 mean why so? Why so? Why so? And it's followed by 유난이야. 유난이야. This is also a very common expression. So 유난 actually looks like a Sino-Korean word, but I looked into it. I did some research, and it turns out 유난 is actually not a Sino-Korean word. It's a native Korean word. So there's no breaking down I could do for this word. But 유난 basically refers to overreaction. Overreaction, like acting. There was a good explanation for that I took notes of. Let me check my notes. Oh, there's so much paper here. 잠시만요. 유난, acting, making a big deal out of something. Yes, making a big deal out of something. Big deal. Overreaction and acting unnecessarily dramatic. Yes. Necessarily dramatic. So you can associate 유난 with overreacting or dramatic, big deal when it's not. 이런 것들, 유난. So she is asking basically why is it so? Why is it? This 이야 comes from the 이다 verb, right? Why is it so 유난. So she's basically saying, why are you making a big deal out of it? You're being so unnecessarily dramatic. Like, they're not even that cute. You guys are overreacting. 왜 이렇게 유난이야? 유난이야. And in the original audio, Rumi says, you guys are so gross. You guys are so gross. But when it's directly translated in Korean like that, it would sound awkward, quite awkward. Like, we would probably be using 역겹다, the adjective that means to be gross. But this does not sound figurative at all. It sounds literally gross. Like you eat something gross and you say, "Ah, 이거 역겨워. It's so gross." So this is not a fitting translation in this context because you're not actually saying it's gross. It's more like a figure of speech that, you know, you're overreacting. So, 왜 이렇게 유난이야? 왜 이렇게 유난이야? 유난 떨지 좀 마. 이렇게. 왜 이렇게 유난이야? 좋아요. 그 다음에 the next one is an adverb, guys. Adverb. Another adverb next to 진작. So we learned one adverb today, which is 진작, which means earlier, before a long time, which indicates that you should have done something earlier. That by not doing that, you missed out on something, right? We learned this in our fourth phrase. And the another adverb that we're going to learn is 설마. 설마. So 설마 doesn't have a direct equivalent in English, but let's look at the context where it's used.
제체에는
설마. 잠깐만요. Let's check 왜 이렇게 유난이야 first. Again.
이렇게 유난이야. 이렇게 유난이야. 이렇게 유난이야. 루미 너 설마 싱글 나온다고 벌써 발표했어? 루미 너 설마
설마. So I'll give you guys a bit of a background information on the scene. So this is the scene where Zoe and Mira were about to take a break, take a rest on their favorite couch, but then Rumi released a single, which means they have to kind of get up and work, start working. So here, in response to Rumi's face, they're like saying, "No, you didn't. 설마, no, you didn't. Please tell me you didn't. You didn't release the single. We have to rest." It's used in that kind of context, this 설마. So let me explain a bit about this 설마, guys. 설마. 잠깐만요. Let me check my note. 설마. I did organize my explanation about 설마 here in a simple way. There you go. Okay. So 설마가요. You can use it in two ways, in two main ways. 설마는요, it means no way. So basically you're expressing disbelief. Disbelief. No way. So for example, guys, let's say this famous celebrity died. Somebody tells you this person died. 어떤 유명한 가수가, a famous singer, let's say, 가수가 죽었어, passed away. And you're in disbelief. No way. Are you sure? 설마. 진짜로? For real? 이런 식으로? You can use 설마 in this context. 설마. And it can also be used in hopeful denial. Hopeful denial, which is the case with this particular audio. Sorry, I forgot to take the video down. Sorry, guys. So hopeful denial. So in this context, actually we needed to video in that exact moment. Sorry. In this context, they're in hopeful denial. Don't tell me you released the single. No, 너 설마, you didn't. Kind of like that. You didn't, right? Tell me you didn't. Hopeful denial. Sorry, I did that again. Blocking my note with the screen. All right, so that's how you can use 설마. 설마. 좋아요. 그 다음에 another another adverb that we will learn is 하필. 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 왜 하필 지금? So let's look at the context scene where 하필 is used in K-pop Demon Hunters.
거의 다 왔는데 왜 하필 지금? 왜 하필 지금? 왜 하필 지금?
Rumi is so sad.
설마 거의 다 왔는데 왜 하필 지금? 왜 하필
거의 다 왔는데 actually 거의 다 오다 is also a good expression. So I think we can go over this too. 거의 다 오다 would literally mean you came almost all. Oh, sorry. The video was still on while I was writing. So 거의 다 오다 would mean to come almost all. So you're almost there. It's a common expression that is used to express you're almost there. 거의 다 왔어. It could be literally you were on your way to your destination and you are almost there. It could be physical distance. 거의 다 왔어. Or it could also be figurative in terms of your goal. You're almost there. 거의 다 왔어. 거의 다 왔어. Let's say your exam is in about 2 days. And so you can say, 거의 다 왔어. I'm almost there. I'm gonna do great on this exam and then it'll be all over. It's almost done. 거의 다 왔어. 거의 다 왔어. So Rumi says, we're almost there.
제 체에는 미라예요.
there. 거의 다 왔는데. 거의 다 왔는데.
거의 다 왔는데 왜 하필 지금? 왜 하필 지금? 왜 하필 지금?
왜 하필 지금? 왜 하필 지금? Why out of all times now? 이런 뜻이에요. So 하필 is used to indicate out of all possible like options or situations. This out of all possible options and situations, this is the one that ends up happening. So 왜 하필 out of all the times does it have to be now? 왜 하필 지금? 이런 뜻이에요. So you can also use 하필 in this kind of context where you're in a classroom and your teacher calls on you to volunteer, maybe to read a certain page or whatever, and you can say in that context, why me? Why of all these students in the classroom, why did you pick me? 왜 하필 저예요? Of course, you wouldn't actually say this to your teacher, but you can think, 왜 하필 저예요? Why out of all students, me? Why is it me? Why did you pick me? 왜 하필 저예요? 그리고 why out of all days, today it's raining. 왜 하필 오늘? 왜 하필 오늘? 왜 하필 오늘 비가 와? I have to go on a date with my boyfriend or girlfriend. Why out of all days, today 비가 와? 이런 식으로 쓸 수 있어요. 하필, 하필, 하필. So that's how you can use 하필, 여러분. So we have learned 3 adverbs so far. Let's do a quick review. 여러분, what does 진작 mean? 진작. Please tell me the meaning of 진작. Or you could also give me an example sentence where you can use 진작. 진작. 그렇죠, 타니카님, earlier, but it doesn't mean earlier itself. It also adds the nuance of you should have done it earlier. It's regretful that you didn't do it earlier, or you missed out by not doing it earlier, right? 진작, 진작. 그리고 how about 설마, 여러분? What does 설마 mean? 설마. 설마. In what kind of context can you use 설마, 여러분? 설마. 그쵸? No way, or like, don't tell me you did that. You didn't. It's an expression of disbelief or hopeful denial. 키스님, 진작 한국어 공부할 걸 그랬어요. 오, 그 문장 너무 좋아요. I I wish I had studied Korean earlier, basically, right? So that's a great sentence. And last one, when do you use 하필, 여러분? 하필. Please create an example sentence for me. 하필. 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 그쵸? Out of all possible options, why this, or why me, or why now, why today, why anything, right? 하필, 하필, 하필. All right, so those are the three adverbs that we have learned, and the remaining, so we have 3 more. Where's the list? Where's my list? There it is. So we have 3 remaining phrases to cover. And one thing in common about these 3 phrases is that they all have the name of a body part in it. So 귀 means ear, 입 means mouth, 코 means nose. So of course they're not actually related to these body parts, but they're more like a figure of speech. And let's learn how they're used, guys. How they're used. All right. So 귀에 쏙 박히다. I really like this expression, and I loved how they translated that phrase to this, which I will show you now. This is actually from 귀마, guys. 귀마. You know, the evil guy, 귀마. So let's watch this one more time, so you guys can
거의 다 왔는데 왜 하필 지금
거의 다 왔는데 I'm almost there. Why now? Why out of all times now? Moving on to
내 작은 소다파 귀에 쏙 박히네 귀에 쏙 박히네 귀에 쏙 박히네.
It's so cute when Krima sings Soda Pop. 내 작은 소다파. It's so cute. Honestly, personally, I find it very
내
cute.
작은
Let's hear.
소다파 귀에 쏙 박히네 귀에 쏙 박.
So Krima sings a song, and then he goes 귀에 쏙 박히네. 귀에 쏙 박히네. So in the English original audio, it's catchy. It's catchy. And I think there are actually many ways to express music being catchy. And then they decided to use this one, 귀에 쏙 박히다, which I really, really love. 마음에 쏙 들어요. 키스님, I died when I heard frontman sing Soda Pop. 맞아요. Do you guys know that Krima, the actor that played Krima is actually the same actor from Squid Game? He's the frontman there. So he always plays the evil one in all these internationally known dramas and movies. But yeah, so 귀에 쏙 박히다. So let me break this down for you guys. 일단은 this 쏙 is a mimetic word that I will get to soon. Let's learn about 귀에 박히다 first, 여러분. 박히다. So actually 박다, 여러분. 박다, 박히다 is the passive form of 박다. So I think it would be quite helpful to go over 박다 first. 박다 has lots of meanings, but one of the main meanings of 박다, so one of the common main uses of 박다 is 못을 박다. Literally, to nail a nail. To nail a nail, to hammer in a nail. So 못을 박다. Basically, this action, 못을 박다. You make the nail fit into a hole, basically, 박다, right? So that's what it is. That's what 박다 is. And so 박히다 would mean to be nailed, to be hammered into the hole. Hammered in. So if you say something is 귀에 박히다, basically it's nailed to your ear or hammered in to your ear, as in your ear hole. 귀에 박히다. So when you say a song, 귀에 박히다, a song is 귀에 박히다, 뭐 노래가 귀에 박혀요. It means it goes right into your ear hole, which means it's catchy, it's very memorable. 잠깐만요. I also left some notes on 귀에 박히다, just in case I get confused, or just so I could give you guys you know, better explanations because there are always better explanations, right? 잠시만요. Give me some time. 귀에 쏙 박히다 어딨어? 아, 여기 있다. Something is something is like memorable. So 귀에 박히다 can be used figuratively with not just songs, but also like slogans. Slogans. If a slogan or a poem has a rhythm, then it could also be 귀에 박히다. 귀에 박히다. 그리고 if you say 귀에 쏙 박히다. I love this mimetic word 쏙. So 잠깐만요. I also left a note on 쏙. Where is it? Or maybe I didn't. 쏙. Sorry. So it's basically 쏙 is basically a mimetic word to describe something small going inside the hole in a very neat way, or it goes inside the hole fully. There's no like remaining part that remains on the outer part of the hole. It goes right into it. 쏙. So you can say, do you guys play 당구가 영어로 뭐죠? I forgot how to say 당구 in English. Do you guys say catchball, right? Catchball or something? Something the ball game that you play. So sorry guys, forgive my limited English vocabulary, but basically you play the sports in a board like this with a long stick. What do you call this? Pool, right? Play pool. 그쵸. When you're playing pool, the ball goes straight into a hole. You can say 공이 쏙 들어갔어요. 쏙 들어갔어. 공이 쏙 들어갔어. So 쏙 is a mimetic word. So basically it's a mimetic word in a figurative way to describe the music or the rhythm or the tune going straight into your ears. So 귀에 쏙 박히다. I think this is a perfect translation for it's catchy. 귀에 쏙 박히다. Actually, the phrase 귀에 쏙 박히다 itself is 귀에 쏙 박혀요. Does that make sense? I just said this phrase that means it's catchy itself is catchy. 귀에 쏙 박혀요. 귀에 쏙 박혀요. 그래서 귀에 쏙 박히다. 그리고 it's not just used for songs or music or slogans. It can also be used for explanations. So somebody explains about a really complex concept in a simplified way, and that really sticks at you, that's really clear to you and memorable to you, then you can also say, 귀에 쏙 박히다. 귀에 쏙 박혀요. So you can also say like, the professor's explanation was very clear. 교수님의 설명이, or maybe I could use a thicker one. 교수님의 설명이 귀에 쏙 박혔어요. It was very clear to me. I was able to easily understand it. So it's not limited to songs or lyrics. It could also be for explanations that you find clear. I remember a phrase 귀에 착 붙다. 그것도 맞아요. Actually, 붙다, the 붙다 verb that you use in your comment, 타니카님, is part of the phrase that we will cover in the next phrase. 붙다. So I'm glad you mentioned that. But so that's what 귀에 쏙 박히다 means. Either it's catchy or something is clear. 쏙 박히다. 쏙 박혀요. 그 다음에 Alright, let's take a listen.
제 채에는 미라예요. 제 채에는 미라예요.
Move on to the next one. So number 13. 귀마.
내 작은 소다파 귀에 쏙 박히네. 귀에 쏙 박히네. 귀에 쏙 박히네.
귀에 쏙 박히네. I love the way he says it. I love the way he sings it too. 내 작은 소다파. That's so cute. Anyways, next one. So before we watch it, actually, let's break it down a bit. 가사 여러분, 가사 means lyrics. 가사, means lyrics. 가사가 입에 잘 안 붙어서 그래. So here Rumi uses this phrase, 입에 붙다. So you can think of it. So 귀에 박히다 is an expression for when you hear it, it's good. When you hear it, it's good to hear. Whereas 입에 붙다 is it's good to say or it's easy to say. So 입에 붙다 literally means something. So 붙다 is an intransitive verb that means to get attached, to be attached. So 입에 붙다 would mean to get attached to your mouth. So it's a figurative way of saying that something's very easy to say. Something's very easy to say. It rolls off your tongue. It sticks with you. It just comes out really naturally. Come out naturally. 그리고 roll off your tongue. That would be kind of a very close equivalent to 입에 붙다. Roll off your tongue. 입에 붙다. So I can say, so remember how I said I love to say this phrase 귀에 쏙 박히다? I can say 귀에 쏙 박히다 is 입에 붙어요. 입에 붙어요. It just rolls off my tongue. It's easy to say, right? It's good to say 입에 붙다. And Rumi says 입에 잘 안 붙어. 입에 잘 안 붙어. 여러분, so 잘 means well, but 잘 is also used to mean like often or easily. So here it would mean easily. So it doesn't easily sticks to my mouth. So it doesn't really come out naturally. The lyrics feels off for me. It doesn't come out naturally. It doesn't roll off my tongue. 붙어서 그래. So 어서 그래 is an expression for expressing why to another person. So it's because the lyrics doesn't really come out naturally. It rolls off my tongue. And in the original English audio, Rumi says, she probably says the lyrics feel off. That's probably what Rumi says. I don't remember 100% clearly, but it's something along the lines of that, guys. So 입에 잘 안 붙어서 그래. 입에 잘 붙다. 입에 잘 붙다. 여러분, is there any like phrases that feels 입에 잘 붙다 to you guys? That comes out naturally to you guys, that it's like really fun to say, easy to say in Korean. Of course, this is a Korean class, so I was asking about the Korean phrases that you find kind of coming out naturally, or it's 진짜, that's a good one. That's a good one. 진짜? 진짜? 맞아, it's so commonly used. 네. We're not even intending, to use it often. It's just a very natural phrase to express anything, our surprise or compliment sometimes. So 진짜? 왜요? 제이든님은 왜요 많이 써요. 왜요? 왜요? I feel like a lot of the mimetic words 입에 붙어요. Mimetic words 입에 붙어요. 그 다음에 our last one, the 15th one is 고지가 코앞이니까. 고지가 코앞이니까. 코 means nose. 앞 means front. So it's right in front of our nose. So let's I will leave it up to you guys to kind of guess what this would mean. And while you do that, let's watch the scene.
제 최애는 미라예요.
We could listen to 입에 붙다 again and then move on to the 15th.
가사가 입에 잘 안 붙는 것 같아서 그래. 입에 잘 안 붙는 것 같아서 그래. 입에 잘 안 붙는 것 같아서 그래.
가사가 입에 잘 안 붙는 것 같아. So this is the scene where Rumi stops the music mid-dancing and she explains the reason why. It's because I feel like I can't do this song because the lyrics feels off for me. 가사가 입에 잘 안 붙어. 입에 잘 안 붙어. 그 다음에 이제 number 15.
그래. 그럼 골든 발매는 왜 서두른 거야? 고지가 코앞이니까. 고지가 코앞이니까. 고지가 코앞이니까.
So 잠깐만요. Let's listen to it.
제 체인
The last scene.
고지가 코앞이니까
What Mira said was, why did you hurry? 왜 서두른 거야? 서둘다 means to, so let me write it here so you can see it. 서둘다 means to hurry. To hurry. So why did you hurry? Why did you rush the release of the song? And then Rumi answers,
고지가 코앞이니까 고지가 코앞이니까 고지가 코앞이니까
고지가 코앞이니까. This is actually quite 고지. This is actually a quite advanced vocabulary that you don't necessarily have to remember. But 코앞이다 is very common. But 고지는요, 여러분. 고지 means high. It's also a Sino-Korean word. Oh no, I don't think. I think I've messed up the 한자. Maybe it goes like this. Oh, high place, high place, 고지, and it refers to like a target. It's a battlefield term, so that's why I said you don't really have to remember it, or unless you. This isn't like a very important vocabulary for beginner learners, but it's basically like your goal, the target, the goal. So the goal, which is the golden honmun in their case, right? The goal is 코앞, is right in front of our nose. And what do you guys think 코앞 means, guys? 코앞 mean 코앞이야. 코앞이다. If you say something is 코앞이다, it could mean something physically is right in front of your nose. So it could refer to close distance, like a place that's very close to where you are. So for example, you can say my workplace is right in front of my house, or right in front of where I live. So it's really convenient to commute. You can say 회사가, my company, the company I work for, 회사가 코앞이야. It's very close. Like it's right, it's a walking distance basically. 코앞이라서 it's a very close distance. So 출근하기, going to work, it's easy, or it's comfortable, or it's convenient to commute. So yeah, it could refer to close distance physically. It could also be temporal, time related. So something is coming, basically. Something is coming soon. Something is so close. Like my birthday is close. Today is Wednesday, and my birthday is in 2 days. So you can say 생일이 코앞이야. 코앞이다. So here, 고지가 코앞이다 would mean we're so close to our goal. We're so close to the golden honmun. 고지가 코앞이니까, and 이니까. This is a combination of 이다 plus 니까. Conjunction, right? This is a part of the beginner grammar, so I won't explain it in detail. But 으니까 means so. It explains the reason. So because we're so close to our goal. 고지가 코앞이니까. 맞아요. 타니카님, 시험이 코앞이다. You can also say, if you are a student, you could also say, or even if you're not a student, you can always take a test even if you're not a student, right? You can also say, 시험이 코앞이에요. 시험 is coming soon. 시험 is close. 시험 is near. The exam is coming. The exam is near. 시험이 코앞이에요. Or what else? I forgot to mention, 여러분. When you say 코앞이다 for something temporal, like time related, it can only be for something big. It can only be used for something big, like a big event. So that's why 고지가 코앞이다 sounds very natural, because 고지 is something big, like the golden honmun, their target, their goal, they have been working towards all their life. So it's something big, right? And 시험 is something big too. And what else? You could also say 제 꿈이 코앞이었어요. I was so close to my dream, but I'm not sure why you conjugated it in past tense, right? Was it in the past? But did you fail mid-process? Or did you have to change the direction? 아무튼 this is also a good example sentence, Jen님, whether it's personal or not. My dream was right in front of me, but then blah blah blah. 이렇게. 제 꿈으로 거의 다 왔어요. I'm almost there to my dream. I feel like so 제 꿈으로 거의 다 왔어요. 타니카님 sentence is grammatically correct, but I feel like we normally don't use it like that. 꿈에 거의 다 but I think you know you can be creative with it, so that's acceptable. Oh, that's a good one, 오비님. 결혼식이 코앞이에요. Wedding is definitely a big ceremony. So 결혼, marriage ceremony. So wedding, 결혼식이 코앞이에요. That's good. That's a good one. 좋아요. So let's watch that scene one more time. 한 번만 더 볼게요.
제체 골든 발매는 왜 서두른 거야? 고지가 코앞이니까. 고지가 코앞이니까. 고지가 코앞이니까.
고지가 코앞이니까. 좋아요. So we have covered all the 15 phrases. 네, from K-pop Demon Hunters Korean dub version. So I hope you found this lesson helpful. And among some of the phrases we learned, do you guys have any questions? 질문 있어요? 질문 있으면 you can use this opportunity. Maybe we could have like 10 minutes Q&A time before I wrap it up. 키스님 감사합니다, 선생님. 아니에요. 제 수업에 와주셔서 감사합니다. 빌리아나님 가르쳐 주셔서 감사합니다. Thank you for coming to my class, guys. Do you guys have any question about the phrases? 제이드님, 네, 있어요. 뭐예요? Could you try to maybe type in Korean instead of using romanization? That would be helpful for 제이드님 yourself. How do I say I prefer something in Korean? You prefer, so that's not related to the phrases we learned. But still, I will answer the question. So you can just say 더 좋아해요. I prefer something. 뭐뭐를 더 좋아해요. You like that one better. Or you could also use 이가 더 좋아요. Something. I like something more. So you can use this expression to mean you prefer something. 그리고 수업이 진심으로 마음에 들었어요, jen님. Perfect sentence. You perfectly use 진심으로 in your sentence. 좋아요. 그 다음에 신경쓰지마 interchangeably with 걱정마. That's a good one. 걱정마. 신경쓰지마. 신경쓰지마. 걱정하지마. They're definitely not always interchangeable, but that's the thing about a lot of Korean phrases. It's just hard to explain the differences in nuance, right? 신경쓰지마 and 걱정하지마. Are they? So there are cases where they are interchangeable, but like I said, not always. Don't worry about it. Hey, don't worry about it. 걱정하지 마. Don't worry about it. Don't be concerned about it. So 걱정하지 마 is sounds more close to like the general worry that like worry, like a negative emotion, right? But then 신경쓰지마는요. Yeah, so we learned that 신경쓰지마 means to use your nerve. So it also means to pay attention to something, right? So 신경쓰지마 sounds more like don't worry about it, as in not necessarily like a negative emotion worry, but more like don't put your mind to it, basically, or don't put your mind to it. So it does have a subtle difference in nuance, because 걱정하다 is a negative emotion, 신경쓰다 not always, because when you 신경쓰다 about someone, it could also come out of care, right? So 네, so that would be the difference between 신경쓰지마 and 걱정하지마. 그리고 귀에 쏙 박히다 always positive. Yes, 키스님 귀에 쏙 박히다 is always positive. 귀에 쏙 박히다 always positive. It's catchy, just like it's catchy is always positive in English. 귀에 쏙 박히다 also positive. 그리고 can we use Korean word without conjugation? Because many times I see that. So Jaden님, what you're talking about, I'm pretty sure it's not. So Korean, so you cannot. First of all, to answer Jaden님's question, this is always the case. You cannot use base form of verbs or adjective as is without conjugating or without combining it with some suffixes or endings. You cannot. You cannot use the dictionary form, base form, as is. It must be, like I said, conjugated or combined with other things. But what you're likely referring to is I'm pretty sure, because this is a common question that I get from many learners actually. 는 다 ending. So how 는 다 ending works is for verb, you add either 니은 or 는 suffix and then 다. 다. And for adjective, you just use 다. And so many people, just by seeing this adjective 다 form, they think this is a base form used in their actual sentence. It is not. It is actually the 다 ending attached. Although it looks the same as the base form of adjectives, they're not the same thing. So no, to answer your question, no, you cannot use base form of adjectives and verbs as it is. It must be conjugated or combined with like suffixes or sentence endings like this. 그리고, so what would be the negative version of 쏙 박히다? I mean, there could be a lot of things. You can say the most common one would be 귀에 안 박히다. 귀에 안 박혀. It doesn't stick to my ear. 귀에 안 박혀요. 귀에 안 박혀요. Right? It can be as simple as that. 그리고 귀에 착 붙다. 귀에 착 붙다는요. To answer 타니카님's question, 귀에 착 붙다. 착 is also a mimetic word that describes something getting attached, like 착, 착, 착. It could also be used for the sound that you hear when you close your phone. 착, 착, 착. So it's that kind of mimetic word. And 귀에 착 붙어요 would mean something attaches to your ear fully, firmly. 착 붙다. So this is used synonymously with 귀에 쏙 박히다. 귀에 쏙 박히다. But I personally love this one, 귀에 쏙 박히다, because I love this mimetic word. 쏙. It sounds so cute. Like we learned, it describes something going inside the hole fully or in a neat form. 쏙, 쏙. So that's really good. 쏙. 그리고 오비님, like you can't get a song out of your head. Like it's so annoying. Okay. So actually, there is another phrase that K-pop Demon Hunter translator used in the Korean dub version, which is 중독성 있다. 중독성 있다. This is more neutral, by the way. More neutral. So 중독성 means 중독 means addiction. So you can say you are addicted to something by saying 중독되다. Something에 중독되다. So 중독성, by saying 중독성, it makes 중독 into a quality of addiction. So if you say something has 있다, 중독성, it means it's addictive. And K-pop Demon Hunter's Korean dub version also has this phrase appearing in the movie, 중독성 있다, to translate it's catchy. But I wouldn't say it's always negative. It can be negative depending on the context, but it's more neutral. It's addictive, basically. And when something is addictive, it could be positive and negative, right? Depending on the context. So I think to answer 오비님's question, you can go with 중독성 있다. If you want to make it sound more negative, you can say 너무 중독성 있어요. 너무 중독성 있어서 짜증나요. You could always play with your tone if you want to express like I don't like it. You don't like something. So I would go with this one. 그리고 제이드님 says 谢谢老师. Oh, 제이드님 must be a Chinese speaker. 좋아요. 선생님 덕분에 한국어 배우는 게 제법 쉽네요. 키스님, you can say 제법 쉽네요. It's pretty easy because by context we cannot really know what you mean by 제법이다, right? It could be pretty fun or pretty easy. We cannot actually tell your intention. So in that case, you can list out what quality you find 제법. So 제법 재미있네요 or 제법 쉽네요. 그 다음에 키스님, you already corrected your sentence. 쉬워요. 쉬워요. with this 와, right? Okay. I'm quite slow reading the comments. 선생님 때문에 for me, 신경쓰지마 is more like don't stress about it compared to don't worry. Okay. I think that works too. 네, I think that works too. 그리고 제이드님 says, you're not Chinese, but you can speak Chinese. Then you could have said 감사합니다, right? Because it's a Korean class. But either way, I got what you mean. And now I will wrap this class up, guys. The question session, I'll wrap it up here and this whole class here. I want to thank you guys all for joining the class. 네, thank you so much. This is a live class that I'm doing in almost, in probably like half a year, 6 months. So this was pretty nerve-wracking at first because I didn't know if I'm like into the rhythm of this whole live class thing, but it was a very enjoyable class for me, thanks to you guys. So I really appreciate you guys coming in. 그리고 빌리아나님, 종이 쓰면 좋아요. 네, 저도요. For some reason, I'm more leaning towards like the traditional way of doing things, including like paper and pen. So I thought, why not give it a whirl to how I usually have live classes? And so I actually enjoyed it a lot. And so I feel like, I might do this more often. And I'm also using the 이면지, used paper. So it's not a waste of paper, guys. So yeah, back to basic. 그렇죠, 키스님. Back to basic. Okay, 여러분. I'll try to have the list up or some of the, I guess, summarized points of each phrase in the PDF file and share the link. And I'll end it here. I feel so hot right now. 지금 너무 더워요. 너무 더워서 I think I'm gonna have some 시원한 or 차가운 음료 마실 거예요. 여러분도 have a great rest of the day, whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening in your time zone. And I will see you guys in the next video or live class. 감사합니다, 여러분. 이제 끌게요. I will turn this off. 안녕히 가세요.